Alright, you lot. You're angry, you're broke, and you've just realised that every time you buy a game, you're actually just bending over while terms of service slides in dry. Good. That means you're ready for the next step. Weaponised freeloading. Because today I'm not here to mourn about industry. I did that yesterday when I nuked the myth of game ownership into radioactive ash. Nah, today's about beating the system at its own rigged game. This is Resistance Loadout. Tactical playbook for getting free games without selling your soul, your data, or your mum's Netflix password. No dodgy download sites, no bollocks giveaways from bots with names like Free PS5 Daddy 420, and no fucking sponsorships from mobile games nobody played since 2015. This is real shit. How to play everything and pay out, using legal exploits, corporate loopholes, and good old-fashioned common sense. So grab a pen, grab a pint, and grab your balls, because I'm about to show you how to fill your backlog without ever touching your wallet. Let's fucking go. Game Pass, Trojan horse of modern gaming. Microsoft wants it to be your forever subscription digital crack pipe. But here's the trick. You can bleed that bastard dry without giving them a fucking penny. First off, if you're paying for Game Pass, you're already behind curve. I ain't spent a single coin on it in years. Neither should you. Why? Because loads of mobile providers, especially EE in UK, throw it in for free as part of the phone bundles. You know, those contracts that promise unlimited text in year 2025 like anyone still uses fucking SMS. Next you've got Microsoft Rewards. Complete some quests, click through Bing like a monkey on meth, and in a couple of weeks you've earned enough points to stack another free month. You're literally being paid in playtime to keep the loop going. It's a capitalist nightmare, but you're one doing exploiting, not them. Here's golden rule. Subscribe only when there's something worth playing. Download games, finish them fast, and cancel before billing cycle breathes down your neck. Rinse and repeat. It's digital dine and dash, and Microsoft serves buffet. And for cheeky bastard wondering about just staying sub forever like it's Netflix, don't. That's how they fuck ya. Quietly, repeatedly, with zero lube and a smile. One day you'll wake up and realise you've spent 400 quid across 2 years just to play Sea of Thieves twice and uninstall Halo Infinite out of shame. Game Pass is a powerful tool, but tools can be weapons, or shackled. Depends on who's swinging hammer, and you, my friend, are about to swing it like a fucking Viking. Now let's talk about Holy Trinity of free gaming. Epic Games Store, Amazon Prime Gaming, and GOG. If you're not raiding these bastards weekly, you're leaving free digital loot on table like a daft sod who drops his chips and forgets to pick them up. Let's start with Epic Games Store, aka We're Sorry We Exist Department of Fortnite Money Laundering. Every single week they drop 1 or 2 games. Real one, proper game. Not shovelware, over years they're giving away Control, Death Stranding, Prey, Metro, and enough indie bangers to chalk hipster. All you have to do is click claim, that's it. No money, no install, no faff. Just click, board, forget about it. Come back when you're bored and boom, free game night. Then there's Amazon Prime Gaming. Bastard child nobody looks at because it's buried under Amazon's vomit of TV shows and Prime delivery shite. But dig into the gaming tab and surprise, free PC games, free DLC, sometimes full-blown GOG codes just waiting there to rot. You're already paying for Prime, or nicking someone else's. Might as well get your money's worth before Jeff Bezos buys fucking moon. Now real MVP, GOG. DRM free, clean, pure, unchained. Only platform on planet that don't treat you like a criminal for wanting to back up your own games. When they give you a freebie, it's yours. Not a rental, not tied to launcher whims, yours, forever, like games used to be. They don't spam freebies as often, but when they do, you pounce on that like it's last pint at closing. And yes, sometimes Steam drops free games too, usually some indie survival roguelike pixel art simulator. But hey, free's free, and your future gaming backlog don't need to be curated like a fucking art gallery. Bottom line, you can build a backlog bigger than your dignity after a night on Jaeger just by clicking claim once a week. No strings, no catch, just you, a mountain of games, and zero financial regret. And if you're still not doing it, you don't hate industry, you're just fucking lazy. Right, now here's where it really starts robbing industry blind. With their consent. Welcome to Playtesting, where companies pay you, sometimes in cash, sometimes in premium games, to basically do their QA work while they save millions on actual testers. And best part, you keep game. Let's talk about EA. Because yeah, those corporate parasites have a playtesting program, and I've used it. When Need for Speed Unbound Palace Edition dropped, they invited me to test it on release day. I played for 30 hours, gave a few notes, and they said, "Cheers mate, have 4 game codes." I grabbed 2 extra copies of Unbound for my lads, and other 2, I just grabbed whatever the fuck I fancied out of the catalogue. I saw for 200 quid's worth of games for sitting on my ass doing what I were gonna do anyway. Free, legal, and beautiful. But it's not just EA. There's a whole underground of legit testing platforms where you can score Steam keys, Amazon gift cards, and even actual money just for trying out new games or writing feedback. Playtest Cloud, usually mobile games, but they're paying real world cash. Beta list for weird experimental shit that sometimes become next hit. Alpha Beta Gamer, full of indie games looking for testers, many of which just throw you keys for being helpful. Hell, even Discord servers are full of indie devs begging for feedback and handing out Steam codes like it's Christmas. But here's warning label: if a playtest site asks you for a credit card, or PayPal login, or wants you to download some dodgy launcher with 10 pop-ups screaming, "Congratulations!" close that tab faster than a fanboy closes Logic. That shit ain't to test. It's malware with marketing degree. Real playtesting is the highest form of digital robbery. You're not stealing, you're helping, and getting rewarded for it. Capitalism eating itself, and you get a free copy of Jedi Survivor for watching. And best part, makes you feel like you're doing something useful while still doing fuck all. Now this part's important, because there's 2 types of gearways out there. Legit ones run by creators who actually gear shit, and fake as fuck scam factories run by crypto grifters, AI bot, or some gormless teen trying to harvest emails faster than a Nigerian prince with a mailing list. Let's start with real ones. There are content creators, like yours truly, who actually drops codes for real games. No catch, no spammy tag 15 mates and liquor toaster bollocks, just honest giveaways, usually to Discord members, channel support, or sharp-eyed viewers who catch code in a video frame. You know how I do it. Gave out Need for Speed Unbound codes to my lads. Straight up, no hoops, no forms, just here's code, grab it, it's yours. Fuck EA. And I'm not alone. Loads of small creators, especially ones not trying to suck off sponsors for G Fuel discount, drop codes during live streams, on Twitter, X, or in replies. Why? Because they actually respect their audience, and they're not owned by algorithm or some sponsorship clause that says they can't swear or show a titty on stream. Then you got indie devs, and these folks are gold. They're desperate for feedback, visibility, and actual players, not clout chasing parasites. They'll hand out Steam keys like sweets at Halloween if you just comment on a Reddit post or DM them on X with genuine interest. Say something smart about the game, and boom, free access to their project, 0 strings attached. They're not corporate, they're passionate. Help them out and they'll load your library for free. But here's PSA. If you see a Gearway account with 0 followers, emojis in handle, promises of PS5s, gift cards and free FIFA points, you're not entering a Gearway, you're entering a phishing scam. That ain't a game code. That's a malware suppository wrapped in broken English. If comment says DM me for a prize, and prize is a console that's been out of stock since 2020, run. Real Gearways don't look like scams. They look like genuine creators giving back to people who actually engage. So join communities, sub to mad bastards who keep it real. Watch for those stealth drops, because in this digital hellscape, only honest currency left is trust and occasional hidden Steam key. Right, time to talk the legit grind. Part where you build a massive game library using actual effort, not just clicks and code drops. This is free-to-play, guilt-free method of bankrupting your backlog. An industry can't do a damn thing to stop it. First up, Humble Bundle. If you're buying from anywhere and still want to sleep at night, it's this. You get massive bundles like 12 games for £8 levels are stupid. And here's kicker, chunk of it goes to charity. Actual good causes. Not safe shareholders charity. You're filling your Steam library and helping fight cancer, fund clean water, or keep a school running. You spend a tenner, get 200 quid's worth of games, and you didn't fund microtransactions, NFTs, or some twatty Ubisoft executive fist boat. It's anti-AAA shopping cart, and you should be looting it monthly. Now let's talk grind-based game vouchers. There are sites, yeah, legit ones, that pay you for basic arse on sofa gaming. Microsoft reward, you know this one. Click a few Bing searches, do some Xbox quests, and boom, £5 gift card every few weeks. Misplay, mobile, play shitty mobile games, earn points, cash out in Steam cards. It's boring, but it works. Game Kit, Idle Empire, Buff, similar setups. Some are slow as fuck, but again, you're earning currency for doing stuff you already do. This is long game, low effort hustle. You won't retire on it, but you'll slowly stockpile credit like a digital prepper. Then there's trading keys and swapping freebies. Underground economy of gamers who award extras from bundles, giveaways, and promotions, and trade them in Discord, forums, and subreddits like it's Cold War contraband. Got a spare key for control? Trade it for someone's unused Celeste. Didn't like a game from a bundle? Flip it to a mate. It's not piracy, it's community-powered sharing. Think industry wants to kill because it don't make money. Add all that up, and you got hundreds of games over time and zero regret and no shady bollocks. No spyware, no account bans, no surprise charges, just smart tactics, consistent clicks, and not being a lazy ass. You're not scamming the system, you're just using your brain while everyone else is using PayPal. Let's wrap this bastard up with last weapon in your anti-industry arsenal. Indie devs, demos and public tests. Unsung heroes actual gaming. Ones still making games cost the Lovecraft, not cost the one to shove a battle pass up your ass. First up, Itch.io. If you're skipping this platform because it looks weird or doesn't have shiny AAA logos, congratulations. You've just ignored one of the most honest, unchained, DRM-free treasure troves in gaming. This is where real devs, solo maniacs, and hobbyists dump entire games, prototypes, and experimental weirdness, often for free. Pay what you want, or a single quid. Some of it's rough as sandpaper on a bollock, sure. But buried in there are absolute gems you'll never find on Steam cause algorithms too busy promoting some recycled anime dating sim with DLC bikinis. Next, demos. Not pre-order bonus beta access scams. They can fuck off. I'm talking real playable slices of games that actually let you try them without being sucked into marketing funnel. Steam's next best. Goldmine. Indie devs on Discord, constantly dropping demo bill. Small publishers, begging for visibility. All you gotta do is play it thing and send a thumbs up, and half the time they'll toss you a code just for being a functioning human who gives a shit. And finally, public technical tests, alpha access, closed betas, whatever they call it. It usually means we need people to stress test this shit, but we're too cheap to hire QA. That's where you slide in, play for free, sometimes for weeks, and enjoy a full slice at game before it goes live, and probably gets monetized to hell. Want examples? Ubisoft's always cooking up some broken alpha. Riot tests the games in regions before full release. Even Bungie lets you dip your toes into the next disaster before it lands. And best part? These devs want your feedback. You're not begging for scraps, you're not helping build damn thing, and they respect you more than 99% of AAA suits ever will. This isn't free to play, it's free to help, free to discover, and free from shackles of fucking microtransactions. So yeah, maybe it's not all polished, maybe it crashes, but it's real, it's raw, and unlike half its shit in Xbox store, it actually gives a toss. Support it, play it, share it, because this is real art of gaming and it wouldn't survive without people like you giving it a chance. It's final truth, you don't have to buy games to be a gamer. You don't need to throw cash at soulless publishers who see you as naught but a wallet with a controller. You can play, explore, and build a library so massive it makes Steam order weep without getting a single fucking penny to suits poisoning industry. While rest of herd is out there paying 70 quid for early access to a broken beta wrapped in deluxe edition bollocks, you're playing smarter. You're stacking freebies, exploiting systems, helping devs that actually care, and gaming like it's 2005 all over again. Back when fun mattered more than monetization. So here's your call to arms. Join Discord, follow on X, and if you're mad enough, support channel with a membership. Because you're not just watching rants, you're fueling resistance. Smash that like button, slap subscribe like it owes you money, and drop your free game tips, tricks and legal exploits in comments. I might feature your tactic in a future rant, if it's not complete bollocks. And I'll see you next time, you magnificent.